Hello, I'm Mercury. This is a message to inform that this is an older episode. Thank you for listening to Media Buffet.
Yo guys, welcome to Media Buffet. I'm here joined by Mercury, and this is going to be our very first podcast where we're going to bring a lot of people, we're going to discuss a lot of topics, and it's going to be very fun. Hey Mercury, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm honored to finally be in a podcast with someone.
Yeah man, we've been discussing this for a long time, and we're really excited to...
It's been quite a journey to get this actually started.
Yeah, we were like, at first we planned this out, and we were like, alright.
We planned this in like December, around Christmas.
Yeah, and we were like, alright, let's do this. We can do a podcast. It's gonna be very easy. We'll just record the episode, record the audio, and we're gonna just post it on the platforms. But then we figured out it was not so easy, and we were like discussing what should we do, the audio file, blah blah blah. But anyway, we're here, and we're very excited to introduce you guys what's to come for Media Buffet. Such a funny name.
Yeah. We thought that up like 2 days ago.
Yeah. Alright. This is what we're gonna bring to the table when you guys are listening to this podcast. We're gonna bring a lot of topics. That's the name actually, Media Buffet. Buffet meaning a lot of topics we're gonna cover. We're gonna cover gaming, we're gonna cover art, we're gonna cover sneakers, we're gonna cover food, we're gonna cover everything you guys want. And
music, memes, electronics, news, gaming.
Yeah.
Whatever you think.
Whatever we can do and whatever you can find on the internet, we'll discuss it. We'll discuss news, whatever. And
if we have not on the topic, that is.
Yeah. We'll do a little bit of research on each topic to make sure we have to know about the topic, and then we'll discuss it and just make it a lot of fun. Next episode, or the first episode, I shall say.
These are the introductions.
Yeah, next episode we're gonna bring Game Awards. We're gonna
talk about the Game Awards and
we're gonna
talk about everything that happened to them, what we think about it.
Yeah, everything.
We're gonna mention all the announcements and who won
events,
what,
everything, and what do we think of the game of the year, the famous game of the year. We're gonna discuss everything, and it's gonna be a lot.
We're gonna bring people that watch the Game Awards with us.
Yeah,
like live.
Yeah. We had, how many people did we have in the watching the Game Awards with us?
I'm pretty sure, if I'm looking correctly, I think on the server we have like 3 more people aside from us are watching the Game Awards with us.
Yeah. So we'll bring, I don't know, whoever wants to join, and
I know who would gladly take the offer to be on this podcast.
All right, man. Then this is gonna be a lot of fun. We got several people lined up already just to join, and they're excited. We're excited. We're gonna bring everything we can to this podcast, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Yeah. So, what do you think about the whole podcast? How excited are you for this?
I've been yearning to be in a podcast for so long. I'm really excited to see what this can bring in to the table.
Yeah. We hope you guys have a lot of fun. Let's aim for higher. Let's do whatever we can.
Our media links, where we are in the media, are gonna be all in the description.
All right. Yeah.
You can follow Yakari. Where it's at? Where?
I've Reddit.
Where can we found?
I have YouTube. I have another channel where I make songs. It's a little bit cringy, but I'm starting out just like this. We're starting out, so if it's a little cringy for you guys, we can totally understand it. We'll get better soon, and we'll make it not as cringy. But
yeah.
yeah.
You can follow. You can find me on Discord, Mercury 5123 and Mercury 24061, on my YouTube channel, my Twitter, my Reddit, my Spotify. That's pretty much it.
We'll link those all in the description.
All of them will be linked in the description.
And make sure you follow to support us and start bringing something new to the table.
On my subreddit, I am a writer and I post my stories on there. So I would appreciate it if you would read if you viewers read them.
All right, then I am your host, and this episode, the first episode of the podcast, has officially ended. This is just an introduction of what's to come, and we'll see you guys later, man. All right.
Bye-bye.
This is the voice of the host of Media Buffet. Hello, listeners. My name is Piwi, and I'm the host of Media Buffet. And welcome to this podcast episode. I'm here joined by Mercury, Yesi, and RAT Comedy. And today we're going to talk about the Nintendo Direct. Guys, how are you doing?
I am doing good, thank you. It's actually been quite a while since we've done an episode.
Yes, so much.
Yes.
Ever since the intro, but we didn't do nothing due to problems. Well, we're back and we're coming in hot, baby.
And we have two new members joining us aside from me and Piwi. We have RAT Comedy and Yesi.
Hey, yo. Yes.
Hi.
All right. So
They will be appearing in more episodes.
Yes, we're gonna add, like I told you, a lot of people, different people from different topics, and we're gonna have fun. All right, so let's go to the first topic, and we're gonna talk about Pyra and Mitra in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. What do you guys think about that? Mercury, what do you think?
Well, while I am not the biggest Xenoblade fan, I am a big fan of all of the character and the franchise as a kind of whole.
All right.
It's not like I ever played the games. I just really like the idea of the franchise.
Yeah.
And Pyra Mythra, it is a character that I thought would come into the game, but I didn't think it would be this late.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I thought it would be more at launch, when the game launched with an ARMS character, maybe from other Nintendo properties.
Yeah.
That later came as DLCs.
Yeah.
Which for me didn't really make sense. But here we are with Pyra Mythra in the game.
Yeah.
And I have nothing much to say other than the moveset kind of looks cool, and I'm really interested to see how the transformation whole skill as interesting fights.
Yes, definitely. Now we're gonna move on to Jesse.
And see how this character is used in tournaments. This character might even get banned.
Yeah. Now we're gonna move on to Jesse. What do you think of Pyra?
Okay. Let's be honest. You just said you didn't play the game, so I'm gonna assume you only liked her because she saw it.
That is not. The design's cool.
That design's cool. What else is cool?
Personality.
Where?
I saw clips. I actually really like the story and the characters. But this is about you and your opinion, so let's hear
I
it.
mean, I thought it was also pretty cool. I mean, I have neither played the Xenoblade games, but I thought she looked cool on the reveal. So I guess it's a good addition to the game.
Yeah, definitely. Now we're gonna move on to RAT Comedy.
Alright, I apologize if I cough a bit. I have asthma, so I'm sorry. But I never played any Xenoblade game. I actually don't really know a lot about it, but seeing the reveal, it was kind of cool. I mean, I never heard of the new fighter, but honestly, she looks pretty cool, and moveset and transformation are good. I think it might be broken, won't get nerfed really soon. I don't know, but yeah.
Or it might be like the other, like a hero type of character, which is never nerfed.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe it will, because Nintendo does balance change the game sometimes.
Yeah. Does. Alright, so now I'm gonna go with my opinion, and you guys don't know, but I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan, and as you might know, they transform into Super Saiyan. So, seeing Pyra with the red hair, the normal red hair, the base form, and then she transforms in order to get gold hair, it's like a sign she's going Super Saiyan, but she really isn't. But that is so cool for me, even if I don't know anything about her. So in that case, I just really want to. I really want to like look how she's gonna play out, and I want to see that transformation. That's all that I'm excited about.
All right. Well, the character is scheduled to come out in March 2021, and we should hear from the game's developer Sakurai about a live stream in the future to explain his character in more depth, and the Mii costume come with this pack.
Yeah. All right, so that's Pyra and Minecraft. Now we're gonna move on to Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout coming out on Switch. What do you guys think of that, Mercury?
Well, I am not the biggest Fall Guys fan. I never really got into the game. The only time I really got into it is when the Godzilla costume came out. But Fall Guys is it is fun. I have to give it that. Well, it just gets kind of tedious at times and kind of repetitive.
Yeah.
And it's not like the controls to me are a bit wonky, but honestly, coming to Switch, that's gonna be a big problem for those people with Joy-Con drift, such as myself. I'm not gonna play the game, but people with Joy-Con drift, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, it actually is. Fall Guys with drift is not good at all. So I totally agree with you in that point.
Because the thing is that Fall Guys have to have a lot of specific movements.
Yes, definitely.
So and with drift, you kind of go the other way, or you go back, or you move around in
you don't
circles,
go the certain direction you want. I mean, you might go for a certain period of time, but then you drift away, and then you lose. You get eliminated. So yeah, that's a huge blow, but oh well.
I actually never saw this reveal coming. I could see it happening, but I never saw it coming.
Me neither. I absolutely did not see Fall Guys coming.
I mean,
onto Switch.
But thing is, for me, it's a little, it's too little, too late, because the game isn't as popular as it was. If it maybe came out like a month after Fall Guys came out, then maybe. But right now, the game isn't as big as it used to be.
It's not right now, but it might be attracting new Switch players in order to play the game and have fun watching PS4 players, play the game. They've been craving that game a long time, and now that they have it, they might just play it, and the fan base might grow. All right, so, Jesse, what do you think of the game?
I mean, I expected a Fall Guys going to Switch since a long time ago, because it looks exactly like a game that would come to Switch. Like, it's super colorful, it's casual, and it's aimed at little kids. So since I'd say the majority of the player base of Switch are like really young, then I expected Fall Guys to come out on the Switch, and even sooner than it came out. I still think it came out really late, but at least it came out in a decent season of the year, summer, when kids are gonna have a really long time to play video games. And I think that it's gonna suck for the Joy-Con drift, but it can be fixed by putting in a Pro controller. So I guess that's a fix, definitely. But it's pretty expensive.
Or buying new ones.
New Joy-Cons, exactly.
No, I don't think.
But they cost 60 per. So
it can be fixed. So that's a plus in there. If you have drift Joy-Cons, but you can fix it, so that's a plus in their part. So now we're gonna head on.
Nintendo you can actually send your Joy-Cons to them and they'll fix it for you. So just saying that out there for anyone who has Joy-Con drift.
All right.
You can send to Nintendo or buy new ones or buy a Pro Controller. That's option.
Well, now we're gonna move on
game,
to RAT Comedy.
Damn it, let me speak for once, please. Thank you. All right. I thought that Fall Guys on the Switch should have happened much earlier, because, you know, if it were like a month later after the PS4 release, it could have stayed with the large fan base that it had at the beginning and not have it stolen away by Among Us. And, you know, when I first heard of the game, I didn't really had a lot of expectation for it, but then I heard that it was similar to Mario Party and I like those games, so I gave it a look and it looked great. But right now it's pretty unpopular and many people have moved on, but with the Switch release, it's gonna grow a lot again, and 8 to 12-year-olds are gonna have fun.
Yeah, the Switch is one of the most bought consoles, mainly because of its portability and, you know, it's cheap.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the DS.
It does.
The Switch is cheap, especially the Switch Lite, which is just a Switch that you can't put on the TV or have Joy-Cons with. So it's not a bad deal for $100 less.
Definitely, yeah.
Because you can play every game. Yeah. Minus one side of Joy-Cons, but you can just buy Joy-Cons for those and just connect them. So you don't have to waste $300.
Yeah.
You know, I'd actually get the game if it's free, because I heard it's free
on
the
PS4.
It was free with It was free with the PS4 if you have PlayStation Plus. So I actually got the game for free, but it does come at a price if you don't have PlayStation Plus. But I don't know how Nintendo works.
Actually, that was only for a while. Right now, even if you have PS Plus, you can't. It's not free.
Yeah, definitely. It was an offer. I don't know how Nintendo works very well. I don't know if they have like a PS Plus system, but if they do, then it's gonna be free for a very short time. If they don't,
they don't really do that, but they do have an online system. They do have an online subscription, which is $20 a year.
That's true.
All right,
but they don't do like offers and stuff. What they do is they give out free trials for games for like a week that you can play, and then you can buy the game and you keep all your save data.
They do discount the games and give out demos, but never put the games for free. Because I've had the Nintendo Switch online service for 2 years, I think.
So I'm gonna give my personal opinion on Fall Guys. As a person who played the game for multiple hours, I'm gonna say that the game is absolutely great and fun in the first 48 hours that you play the game. That's all I'm gonna say. It's good, but once you get your first, second, third victory, you see it as repetitive and you just get bored from the game. It's a really good game, don't get me wrong, but like I said, for only the 48 hours. So I actually agree with the game coming on a Switch. So like uh 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds will be able to play the game, but I think it's a little bit too late, and that's the reason why I don't think it's gonna gain much popularity, but it might. So it's like a 50-50 chance.
I do think it's gonna gain popularity because it's really aimed on younger audiences.
It might, but then again, it has that chance where it's like too little too late, and it just might not get as much sales as it should have.
Yeah.
But then again, it's
better late than never.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, so
now I wonder if it will come on an Xbox, because that's the last major console that has to come.
On the Xbox on summer.
I actually think that is gonna come on mobile before the actual Xbox. I don't know why.
I have on YouTube. I've seen like ads of it being on mobile, and look, that's not true.
Oh my god! All right.
Oh fuck those people!
Yeah. So now we're gonna go to Outer Wilds on Switch. But before Outer Wilds on Switch, I forgot to say that Fall Guys is gonna come on summer 2021. So be on the lookout for that. But now we're gonna go to Outer Wilds on Switch.
Yeah, that's pretty much the thing about the game. Just pure science. I don't really care.
The very honest opinion.
Yeah, I don't care. Even though it's by Annapurna, which is I think it's Annapurna, very respectable game company. I don't really care.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I never heard of the game. I don't know if I'm gonna get roasted for that, but I have absolutely never heard of the game. I'm not interested.
I also didn't care about the game, but the little that I read up on it is like interesting because the plot is about you're a pilot, I'm pretty sure, and you're sent on a mission, but then you get stuck in a 22-minute time loop, and you have to like find out stuff, so you can like get out of the time loop. But things just keep repeating themselves while the sun becomes a supernova, and that's basically the plot. Yeah, it's a time loop, and you have to find out the way out of it. So I think it's a very cool concept.
Let's go, man.
All right. I lost my addiction to astronomy, but this game looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, because concept is pretty cool, and the fact that it can explore other worlds, and I like it. I don't know if I'm gonna get it though, because again, I lost my interest in astronomy, so I'd be on a 50-50 right there.
Alright, yeah, I'm definitely, I'm gonna agree with all you guys just because, I don't know, I don't recognize the game, but, oh well, there are people who like it, so, for the people who like it and are gonna buy it, the game comes out on summer 2021. Now we're gonna move on to Famicom Detective Club, the missing heir Famicom Detective Club, the girl who stands behind. And I'm gonna start off with this. You know, I don't like dialogue games. I absolutely do not like dialogue games at all. There's no action, and in that game I did not see action. So if the game is all dialogue, I do not like the game, and I'm not interested at all.
Wikipedia said that it plays out like a horror movie of some sort, but I'd agree with you. It really sounds boring, because it's just a text.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's a text-based game. So.
All right. What? I actually really like the concept of a crime game. I've always been interested in the whole crime-solving community, so I like the concept of the game, and I'm looking forward to it. I am cautious to see what this is all about. I don't know if I'm gonna buy both, but it's definitely on my list of things. It's on my wish list.
That was interesting, man.
It was on my it's on my shopping cart.
All right. I never played any dialogue games, but honestly, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Unpopular opinion of Mercury.
Oh, I'm the only one
it's not that
solving games.
Yeah, bro.
Honestly, I think crime can be executed well, but
not in a text-based game. That's all I have to say.
I don't like crime-based games because I played the Arkham Origin games, and that's like they're kind of detective and like on commissions resolving mysteries, and I think it was a very, very good game. But I don't like text. It's just basically reading a book or watching a series. It's not something that I would play. It's just something that I would watch.
Yeah, I totally agree. With that specific sentence, that it looks like a series. Definitely, it does.
So you would watch it instead of play it?
If I could, yeah.
Yes, I would watch it if it was like a proper series where they got real actors and like a real plot, not just a movie. Then I just be reading book.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So for those who like the game, releases on May 14th, 2021, but you can pre-order now, so be on the lookout for that. And next, we're gonna go with Samurai Warriors 5.
Okay, so Samurai Warriors 5, it looks interesting. It is made by the same people as Dynasty Warriors and Hyrule Warriors. And I really like Hyrule Warriors. It is for me, it is the best Zelda game that's ever been made. So I would definitely buy this. And I love this whole arena. You have to face like thousands of enemies. It is action packed, and it's just anime craziness that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Listen, I watched the trailer for it in the Nintendo Direct, and I didn't like it. The graphics looked very bad, and the game just looked like it looked like Raid Shadow Legends. It's just you swinging your sword at like 5 enemies, and that really doesn't seem enjoyable. And I, for one, would never play it. It looks like a mobile game.
Wait, was that the game that the dude raised his sword and 5 people jumped at the same time?
Yes, that was the game.
Or is it not?
It was more of a pen. It was more of a
It was,
pen,
yeah, it was more like 20 people jumping all at once. No, I do not like the game.
Yeah, in Hyrule Warriors, you can get combos of you can get a whole kill streak of like 1,000
That
enemies.
is crazy. And
in one level.
The cool thing is that I don't know if people would like this, but it's coming out for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. But honestly, my personal opinion, I'm not interested in the game just because of 20 people jumping out at once. That's just dumb.
Oh, trust me, when you're the one annihilating entire armies, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. We might give it.
I'm gonna try to watch some footage, and if I like it, then I'll probably buy it. And honestly, it kind of looks good.
Yeah, same here.
I don't think that it can even run Switch, because if a high-end PC cannot handle a lot of things moving at once, I don't think a Switch will handle like 1,000 enemies moving backwards. It will just crash.
No. The thing is, the whole thing is actually segmented into different areas, and enemies are placed in those different areas. You don't go up against 1,000 enemies at once. You go into other areas and then you fight enemies there.
All right.
Plus, it's not like it's only enemies. You still have allies, and since it runs Hyrule Warriors well, then it should run Samurai Warriors 5 as well, or even better.
All right. So, just in case anyone wants, Samurai Warriors 5 is coming out on summer 2021. And now we're gonna move on to Legend of Mana.
Legend of Mana. I don't care for JRPGs.
Yeah, Mana.
Pokemon doesn't count because Pokemon is a different kind of RPG.
Oh, okay. Now that I see images, it is actually like it's like an RPG game, and I'm not interested because the only RPG game I would play right now is Pokemon from the early games. The early games.
And Pokemon isn't even that type of RPG where there's 3 people and then you're going against a group of enemies. I'm not a fan of that type of RPGs, and Legend of Mana is a classic of RPG, which means it's just that kind of RPG, and I am not really that into those types of RPGs. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't care.
Do not care. I have never played a JRPG, and I mean, people say that Final Fantasy is cool, but I haven't played it, and it looks boring because it's basically dialogue while moving, and it's just bad animation, so it's not even cinematic.
Yeah. Did you watch the remake
or no, I just watched I googled it up and I just watched some images, and it looks like that type of game.
Was it blocky or was it like?
It's a remake.
It's the remake.
Oh well, you're wrong.
Honestly, it's not my type of game, but if I were to actually like the type of games that they are doing, like JRPG, then I think I'd buy this. But then again, I never played it and never cared for those JRPGs.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm not sure, man, because I'm all in for classics, and seeing a remake of this game might bring my attention to it. But I don't think I'll be in that game anywhere soon, so I think that's a pass for me.
This is not even a remake; it's a remaster. It's just the same. It's just the original game, like brought to better graphics.
Yeah, it's the same game. I looked at it when you said the remake, and it's exactly the same, just a little bit better graphics and not as pixelated, but it's the same type.
That's what we call. That's what we.
It's not a 3D.
That's what we call remaster.
3D, so you know.
It's not a remake if it's not like the whole. It's not a remake if it's the same game but just better. It looks better.
Yeah.
It can be the same game built from the ground up with better graphics and like a better improved system. That's what a remake is. Remaster is the same game, but like it's better.
All right.
It looks better. It looks pretty.
So that's Legend of Mana, and that releases on June 24th, 2021. And then after that, we got info on Monster Hunter. But then after that, we got the gameplay or the cinematic. We got Monster Hunter Rise themed on Nintendo Switch, and I'm pretty sure Mercury is gonna be very excited for this game.
Yes, I have actually already pre-ordered the deluxe edition of Monster Hunter Rise.
Whoa!
And yeah,
100%. Oh.
No, I pre-ordered it.
You pre-ordered it. Yeah. What do you?
And
I haven't played the game. Can you explain to me what the game?
Okay,
is?
It's very simple. You're a hunter in this world where monsters exist, and you go hunt these monsters to get their body parts, so you can build better gear to hunt bigger monsters and get their gear, and then you go, and then you become the top of the food, basically the top of the food chain. You become the top predator.
Oh.
No, not that, but like you become one of the top hunters. That's not the goal. It's not like Pokemon where you go be the champion, but you're gonna be pretty OP.
You're just beating monsters.
You're just beating. It is so fun.
I never played any Monster Hunter game, but I'm gonna get this game.
Yeah,
I like
you know
it.
what?
I mean,
I might give it a try. Yeah.
I mean,
if you get a Switch.
I have a Switch.
No,
I mean, I really never played Monster Hunter, but I'm not gonna play this game. But on the Xbox, I might get the other Monster Hunter game and test it out, and then see.
Monster Hunter World. I actually started with Monster Hunter World. My uncle, he showed me gameplay of Monster Hunter World, and when I saw the news that it would be on the PS Plus collection on PS5. I quickly got when I got my PS5, I quickly got the game. It was one of the first games I ever played on the PS5.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, and I got hooked on the game.
Yeah,
and I'm really excited for Monster Hunter Rise.
All right, so that is available on March 26, 2021. Comes with deluxe edition of Monster Hunter Rise, and then we got a Monster Hunter Rise Nintendo Switch Pro controller, which is available on the same day that it releases the game. So if you guys really like Monster Hunter and you want a Switch Pro controller, that's the good way to go. Then we have, which this was funny, but it looks really fun, and I'm gonna go with Mario Golf Super Rush.
Okay, well, I have never played a Mario Golf game, but I really enjoyed the Mario Sports series. That's weird coming from me because I don't enjoy sports, but I really enjoy these kinds of series. I mostly grew up my uncle's collection of Mario games. I had this football Mario game. I don't know what it's called. Someone probably gonna post it in the comments.
Is it called Mario Strikers Charged?
Yeah, I think maybe.
All right.
I loved that game. I didn't understand anything, but I loved it. And there was this other game. It was a baseball game for Mario. I also loved that.
Oh, okay. So,
and
you know what? I'm gonna have to go with a go in this game just because of Drip. I was gonna say Drip.
Bowser?
No, yes, I was gonna say Drip Bulbasaur, No, but yeah, Drip Bowser.
Wrong franchise. They crossed
Drip
over in
Bowser.
Smash Bros.
All right. I seen the trailer and it looks pretty similar to Mario Tennis Aces. I played the game. It's good, but the story mode gets brutal, and I'm not joking because I played Mario Tennis Aces, like I said. But
I played what I played is the online tournament when it was free. I played that. I really couldn't get into a match because for some reason I just couldn't. So I didn't actually play the game.
All right. But it looks really good, and I'd maybe buy it. And also Bowser looking badass as always. Also, have any of you noticed that Mario has no gloves?
Wait,
Really?
What?
I never noticed that.
Really?
Yeah, that's cursed. Mario doesn't have any gloves.
Wait, let me look it
I
up.
mean, he never had since Odyssey because shirtless Mario. But still.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
honestly,
don't
out all those
like
different
sports
outfits.
game, not even if it's Mario, but the only thing that made me hype and happy in the trailer was the Bowser drip.
Yeah,
Better
Drip
than
Bowser is
Goku.
amazing. I'm gonna have to give it a 10.
It's the
We should
mascot of
make
this
it. We
podcast.
should
I just Drip
draw
Bowser.
a Drip Bowser and make that the logo.
If this podcast ever gets popular, any artist, please draw Drip Bowser.
Yeah, we
I'd
really
gladly appreciate
Send it
Drip
to us-
Bowser
send
being
it
the
to us on
logo
Twitter.
of our company. Well, not
Did we
company,
already
but
make it,
podcast.
Drip Bowser would be
It's-
amazing.
Can you send it to
Yeah,
me?
we made a Twitter. Later.
Alright, so that was Mario Golf Super Rush, which I'm very excited for the game. It releases on June 25th, 2021, but you can pre-order now. Now, we're gonna go with Tales from the Borderlands. What do you guys think of that?
Horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah,
that's all- that's
okay,
all?
So I'm gonna tell you a
Nothing else?
backstory. So back when Hurricane Maria came
Alright,
to
go
Puerto Rico, like the 2 days before or 3, I installed the first episode or second episode for Teleforum the Borderlands. And then I played it after the hurricane. And let me tell you, it was really boring, and I didn't like it. So I basically wasted space in my Xbox in the most boring time of probably my life. So I just despise it.
But, okay.
Because of that, and also it was bad. I did not.
But did you
because it
complete the
was so
game?
boring.
Alright, that's fair. Anyone else has any opinions?
Alright, I
I
don't
don't
really care
care.
about the Borderlands. I don't really care about the Borderlands.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, so next. Oh, I forgot that
Wait.
the game. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the game releases on March 24th, 2021. So if any of you like the game, then go ahead and buy it. I'm not gonna stop you because it's your opinion, and I gladly have an argument to see what you think about the game.
If you like it, you're playing it.
Yeah. Any of those who like the game? All right. Now we're gonna go with something I was very excited because it's a classic, and it's Capcom Arcade Stadium. Available now, by the way.
It's like
Yeah,
it's like
so
Switch Online
the
and
Capcom. Okay, you go first.
it's like the Nintendo Switch Online, and yeah, I never played any of those classic Capcom games, but I'd gladly buy it because some of the games look good, and yeah, I'd buy it.
It comes with a lot of original games, just like Street Fighter and
Yes, Street
other
Fighter.
Capcom games.
That was the one that caught my eye, Street Fighter 2. Oh my god, I just cannot.
I'm not a
Wait.
90s kid, so I really never
Yeah.
got into an arcade and played that game. But on the movie theater, yeah, there's some things and retro games, and when I played that, it was actually fun. So I am not super excited, but it's not a bad addition. And I don't think many people will play it since not many younger kids got to play it, so they will not they will not be reminiscent of it. But for the older people that did play it are probably gonna buy it, and they're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. Kids, I don't think they're gonna play it because they don't like yunky graphics. They just like top of the line. But I think it's gonna be a pretty good set of games because that's what it is. This arcade stadium. By the way, like I told you, it's available now. So get your Capcom arcade stadium. We're gonna go next with Stubbs the Zombie and Rebel Without a Pulse. What do you think of that?
Don't care.
That's it.
Don't care.
Don't
Also,
care.
I don't care.
Don't care.
It looks like
So I'm gonna give
it looks like a 2000 game.
my more advanced opinion. So I also don't care, but it also looked like a mobile game, and okay. I'm gonna be honest. It's really horrible. The graphics look bad. The game is clunky. It looks like a mobile game from 5 years ago, and I wish it was never made.
Yeah, okay, that zombie, I'm looking at it right now, it actually looks horrible, so just for the goddamn zombie, that is gonna be a pass for me. That is absolutely horrible. Alright, so just in case anyone likes it, just in case, the game releases on March 16th, 2021, but you can pre-order now the game. No.
That whoever is left that actually like
Whoever likes
company's gonna go
zombies, then that's the
bankrupt.
game for you.
not even.
Okay, so we're gonna move next with No More Heroes 3.
Don't care.
It looks anime-like. While I have heard of the No More Hero franchise, it's not something that ever caught my eye.
I'm actually looking it up right now. Oh, so it's like a Star Wars. I can see a lightsaber at least.
It's more of a kind of
Copyright.
jokey
I mean,
type of
yeah,
game,
that was what I was gonna say.
Yakuza,
It looked
but-
like Yakuza, and I actually liked it. It looked pretty cool. It's not Yakuza. Well, it looks like it, and probably the game is gonna be a feel. But like there were lightsabers and stuff, so that was I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so it definitely piqued my eye, and I am interested. Also, cutting grass was also very interesting.
Oh my god, I remember that. The cutting of the grass.
Oh yeah,
Oh no.
that's gonna be so much fun.
So much fun cutting the grass.
I love the part where I have to cut the grass.
Alright, so for people who like cutting grass, the game is available at August 27th, 2021. And we're now gonna move on to Neon White. What do you guys think of that?
You know, look at my profile picture.
Oh,
Well, you know where this is going.
I know, my listeners cannot see it, but it's Neon Violet from the trailer, and I just
You're horny.
It is.
this dude.
This
I
dude.
mean, he literally said
I
that he
mean-
was FIFO material.
I love first-person shooters, and it is such a cool spin on this. I kind of always want to like a type of this game where it takes a spin on
It's a
first-person shooter.
platformer.
Plus the characters look cool,
Played.
especially Neon Violet.
Yeah, I played the first-person shooters, and I like it. Also, who thinks that Neon Violet is getting R34 out of it?
Oh my god.
Another
Yes.
character that's part of that group.
Well,
Alright.
it's
And
confirmed it's
there were
getting
probably some
R34 right
local
now.
artists just watching the trailer with their drawing apps open, and they just started drawing just after seeing her. Mercury can confirm.
Definitely.
He
bro.
checked that
Oh
out
my
recently on the
God.
Rule 34 website, and he
I didn't check it out instantly. I just kind of knew
Okay.
because people.
he
I know
muted
people. I know
himself
how
for a
people
moment,
attack
so
people.
I think he
Alright,
was doing
so-
something with the Rule 34 art, but
Yeah, dude. No, that's true. That's true.
you did.
Bro.
I don't know if I muted myself during the call.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
I did. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna move. Okay, I forgot that the game releases on winter 2021. But now we're gonna move on to not a good game at all, and it is DC Superhero Girl. So that's gonna be an instant skip. That is gonna be an instant skip. That is gonna. Talk about it. We're not
Don't let me talk about it.
guys.
Okay, chill down. We need to talk about it, or we're gonna get shit on.
No.
All right. So you know what? I'm gonna give my opinion. It sucks. That's my opinion.
Okay, let me give my opinion. It's gonna be shorter.
Okay.
No,
So my
delete the game,
opinion
please.
is
Just
that
delete it.
it looks. If you've ever stumbled onto the free section of the PlayStation or Microsoft Store, well, it's basically if you install DC Online, it's basically a DC Online ripoff, but it's worse. And DC Online was pretty boring.
Because you can't even make your own character. Yeah.
Damn, bruh.
Alright, let me talk about it. The game looks fucking beautiful.
Beautiful.
The character runs a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for the game.
But
Alright,
seriously,
that's gonna have to be a get. That is a wonderful game.
that.
Wonderful game. I'm gonna buy the game.
Exactly, bro. This is like the best game ever made.
Yeah, best game, 10 out of 10.
You know what? I'm not okay. Just in case. Don't
even say it. It doesn't deserve
it. Okay, it releases on June 4th, 2021, but I don't think anyone will want it. So let's skip to a better.
I genuinely wanted just to see how bad it is.
I'm gonna skip to a better game. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna skip to a better game, and it's Plants vs. Zombies Battle for the Neighborville Complete Edition. What are you guys?
This is a port. This is the port of a dead game.
Fortnite.
Okay. Fortnite. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know how to feel the game. I never played Plants vs. Zombies. I never liked it. I never liked the concept of it. So I can't say for sure, but that's why I'm asking your guys' opinion. So what do you guys think about it?
I grew up with Plants vs. Zombies, and I played Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, which is what this game is modeled after. Sadly, this game is pretty much dead for like 2 years. So.
Plants vs. Zombies.
It's not. It might bring better. It might bring more players, but then again, no.
Was released in I think November, December. Like it was really recent, so I don't think it's gonna be super dead when it comes out. And
no, like it was. Like I remember I heard it was pretty dead.
All right. I've heard of Plants vs. Zombies, and I never really liked the concept, but at first. But when I saw it, I thought it was interesting enough, but never played the games. And I think if I were a PvZ fan, then I'd buy it. And and by the trailer, I think it's gonna be like a Fortnite battle royale thingy. So never really liked those a lot.
I played like Garden Warfare. They're not battle royale. They're more like Call of Duty if they were third person and Plants Zombies.
Call of Duty,
yeah,
so
they're already zombies.
I don't know.
They're already zombies. They're already zombies in Call of Duty.
I don't know if I should skip it or get it. I don't know.
You know what? Just play Call of Duty. That's it. But anyone, okay, there are fans. There are fans who love Plants.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So just in case, the game releases on March 19th, 2021. But you can pre-order it now. And now we're gonna go to I don't want to say controversial, but for the people who I know, they have mixed feelings about the game, and that is Miitopia on Switch.
Okay, I have played the demo of Miitopia, and I personally liked the game. I actually wanted it for a while before I realized I could spend my money on something else better. And I might get it if it's not overpriced.
Imagine just being $60 a game. You're crazy.
If it's 60, no, it was like 40 or 30.
Hopefully, I mean, damn, 60.
On the 3DS, it was like 40 or 30, and this of course worth less. I do not know.
Alright. Do you guys have any other opinions about it?
Well, I gotta tell you this, but my garbage truck, which I like to from now on, adored the game, so I bet she's gonna buy it again because she beat the final boss 3 times. Yes.
Damn.
Game.
I know a guy who's played this like 7-10 times.
17 times. You're crazy, man.
Garbage truck's my sister, by the way, and I hate her. Classic sibling rivalry.
Alright, so for those who want Metopia, it releases on May 21st, 2021, but you can pre-order it now. And now, we're gonna move on to Animal Crossing's New Horizons Mario event, which when I first took a glimpse of it, I saw the Luigi and I wanted to delete the whole video. I wanted to take down the video, but then I saw the Mario and I was like, this is decent. But what do you guys think?
Alright, Animal Crossing is a big game. It came out last year and it was very popular with a lot of people.
Yeah.
While I've only played a small amount of Animal Crossing, my sister really loves the game, so she might just play the event. I might not participate in it because I don't play Animal Crossing. It's not a game it's not a game that I'm made for. It's all about patience and waiting and build your town. I'm not that kind of person.
Right. I am not an Animal Crossing fan. I never played the game, but I understand where the fans come from because of its cuteness and all that kind of things. And Mario event, I'd like it, but the game is not for me. I never really was a fan of Animal Crossing, so pass. But those who like Animal Crossing and Mario definitely get it.
Yeah.
For those I don't like Animal Crossing. It looks like it looks like an advanced 3D Clash of Clans. That's just. Yes, I am.
Are you crazy, man?
Clash of Clans, I played it.
Have you seen gameplay of Animal Crossing?
But honestly, it doesn't look very interesting. I know, but
it came up before.
That's what I correlate to it.
Okay, you. Alright, so that's Animal Crossing. So it releases on February 25th, 2021. Items will be available on Nook Shopping starting March 1st, 2021. Now we're gonna move on to Project Triangle Strategy.
It is like Octopath Traveler, which I have played the demo of. Again, it's not like a game I'm really interested in. I didn't really like the gameplay of Octopath Traveler.
Yes, it's a JRPG.
It's an RPG.
So, sort of. No, it's not. It's not a JRPG. What it is that it's a small arena, and you move around the arena and you go attack.
Literally. I'm not kidding. It literally is.
Yeah, no. I've played Octopath Traveler. It's like, I think it's made by the same developers, but again, not really interested. It plays like Disgaea, which I have played, but it's not a game I'm really.
Listen,
I don't really like the
look at
graphics.
Fight of
and
Project
like,
Triangle, and then Google Raid Shadow Legends. You're gonna see the really similar team. So again. It looks like Raid Shadow Legends, like some other game we said before.
I've seen the ad, but I would never dare to play Dragon Ball Legends. It is such a very, very, very bad game. I haven't played. Be a good game, but the ads make it look horrible.
All mobile game ads suck, except for Supercell, of course.
If I said Dragon Ball Legends, that's you can know the addiction I have to Dragon Ball and the game. So I'm sorry for that, but I'm meaning Raid Shadow Legends. Dragon Ball Legends is a C tier game.
All right. The game's trailer, interesting enough, actually was kind of hyped. So I'd buy it.
You buy it? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So for those who,
I would debate on it. I would debate about it.
all right. So for those who actually like the trailer and who like the game, it releases on 2022, no specific month, and the demo is available now, so you can give
Pretty
it a try.
sad. Because
Next, we have.
pretty sad that it's releasing in 2022. Like, the trailer looked really great. Hope it's like 2021 winter something.
Yeah.
Nah, it's probably gonna be like February next year.
All right. So now we're gonna move on to Star Wars Hunters.
Not much was revealed about this game. That's like more of a cinematic.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to. What I want this game to be. So it's so okay. So since nothing was really revealed, let's just make what we want this game to be. What I want this game to be is like a bounty hunter.
A bounty.
That type of Star Wars game where you go and do like jobs.
Okay, that would be cool. That's a good idea.
Like Chewbacca, and I don't remember well the trailer, but they showed like popular characters.
That's not
and
Chewbacca.
that
That's
are
more,
not
they
bounty
showed like
hunters, so I don't think it's gonna be it. What I think is gonna be like a Battlefront kind of game, but like Switch version. And I love.
Hopefully they don't do
You
microtransactions.
Great game. 10 out of 10. I haven't even played it.
you have your eye on it.
I'm a Star Wars fan, so I want to see more information about the game so that I can bet, because I don't know anything about the game so far.
Yeah, no, not even the month of the release date. It says.
Well, all we know is just 2021.
Yeah, it releases on 2021. That's it. Yeah. So we barely know about the game. So we're gonna skip that and we're gonna go to World and Club.
It's made by simple Danganronpa. I don't care about Danganronpa. The characters look from Pokemon. Just like on the same engine. I don't really care about I like the Danganronpa type of games. And this looks like one of them. I just don't care.
Alright. My garbage truck with my sister, by the way, because sibling rivalry, loves Danganronpa, so expect her to be hyped for the game.
Alright. So for those who are hyped at the game is actually coming on May 28th, 2021. And now we're gonna pass on to Hades Physical Edition.
There's not much to say about Hades. It's a game that released in September of last year.
Yeah.
It's just getting a physical edition release this year.
Yeah.
So, it's not anything.
Yeah,
special.
definitely. Not much to say there. What we do have to say is releases on March 19th, 2021, and it comes with soundtrack download code. And
I mean, other than that,
so
I'm asthmatic, so I'm not getting it
we should
because
talk about
I want
Knockout
a
City.
digital release.
There is a digital release.
I mean,
it's just that this game, that physical release.
Yeah, I
is
mean,
coming
we
right
should.
now.
Yeah, we
Because
should
the
move
game
on to
released
in
like
September.
Knockout City.
All right.
okay, so now we're gonna go to Ninja Gaiden Master Collection.
We're pretending like if Knockout City doesn't exist.
I like this game.
Let's just pretend that Knockout City doesn't exist for now, and then let's move on to Knockout City.
I'm
Anyways,
all right.
Ninja Gaiden.
You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna say my opinions on it. Stop making me think that it's Raid Shadow Legends. That's it.
Okay, those games, the Ninja Gaiden games are those
Ninja
games are
Gaiden
old. They're from 10
are
years ago,
top
so they're
tier.
just being.
I don't know
ported to
what
Switch.
you're
Yeah, I
talking
mean-
about Raid Shadow Legends, but you clearly haven't played it, and it's an excellent game. There are excellent games, and you should play
Oh my
it, 'cause they are
god,
so
no.
No.
Yo, I actually played the original
Ninja
Ninja
Gaiden
Gaiden,
game
like the
for
NES.
Let me
The
guess.
Xbox
Was it
360.
brutally hard?
Kinda.
Yeah, it was really hard.
Yeah,
I couldn't
I've
even
heard that
complete
they
the first level.
Bruh.
Most of the games on NES were brutal.
Super Mario Bros. The original was pretty easy.
Alright, so
That was
that's
SNES.
Ninja Gaiden Master Collection releases on June 10th, 2021. Now we're gonna go to Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity expansion pass.
I don't have Hyrule Warriors. I know one person that does. I was meaning to get this game, but I just couldn't. So I don't have much opinions other than this is cool and probably expected this.
Yeah.
And that's all I really wanted to say. Nothing really. We didn't really reveal what we didn't reveal anything.
Alright, so that's
here's the expansion pass.
Releases on June 2021 with 2 releases on November 2021. You can pre-order now. Let's go to Bravely Default 2.
I have played the demo for Bravely Default 2. It's not. It's again. It's a JRPG.
Okay.
I didn't really like it as much as I should have.
So you think it's a decent game, right?
So.
All right. Now we're gonna go with a better one.
It's okay.
Wait, I forgot to say it releases on February 26, 2021, but you can pre-order now. Demo is also available now. Now we're gonna go to Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection.
I have played the original Ghosts and Goblins.
It is very hard.
Not only very hard, brutal nightmare.
Brutal nightmare.
It is. Like a wise man once said, it's like they implemented a expert mode, but they forgot to add the normal mode.
Honestly, it looks really good, so
expert.
I might give it a shot.
The game.
Yes, even though people say that it's brutally difficult, I don't care.
I don't. It actually would be better if they kept this one.
Okay, so just in case anyone wants a hard game, it releases on February 25th, 2021, but you can pre-order now. Now we're gonna go to Saga Frontier Remastered. Don't get.
I don't care.
Counter 1. Who's gonna get the 2? Don't care. And we need one more.
I
Who's
am.
gonna get don't care?
Don't care either.
Alright, so that is the counter of 3 don't cares, well 4 because I don't care either, so we're gonna skip that, but just in case it releases on April 15, 2021. Now, we're gonna go to good game that I don't know how's it gonna run on Switch, but it's gonna be Apex Legends coming out on Switch.
Yes.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Apex Legends on Switch was actually announced a few weeks ago, so it's just came out announcement for everyone else who missed that.
The only issue I have is
and I knew that it would
how is it gonna run on
Switch,
because on the PS4, which has better processing and better everything than the Nintendo Switch, I don't want to say it runs bad, but doesn't run as good as you might think. So I do not know how is it gonna run on Switch.
Well, Piwi. I think that it runs very well on the Xbox One, since we already saw some trailer of it, the actual gameplay. I think it's gonna run well. Well, not well, but it's gonna run, just running. And it's gonna make the game better, because obviously it's gonna give it a bigger player base. But the thing that makes it for me is that I'm gonna be copying some Nintendo Switch cheeks, and I'm gonna get free wins.
Yeah, you're playing
with some
a battle
with
royale
some good old Joy-Con drift.
Second, that's not it. You can't play battle royales on 30 frames per second. You just can't. So it's good and all, but unless there's a new version of the Switch, which I hope it comes out soon, then I don't think it's gonna be very well on the Switch. But nevertheless, it is a good addition to the Switch lineup. Now, we're gonna go to the news that happened of Breath of the Wild 2. So they're gonna give out news later this year. What do you guys think that's gonna happen?
I think that it was a cocktail.
Interested.
Just a cocktail.
Gameplay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But
It was.
okay.
It was. It was basically like filming an apology video.
Yeah,
No,
I'm very bad
that-
at
that's
it.
so true, so
saying
true.
anything about this
All
game for
right.
a year.
So we
All right, I'm gonna be honest here, but it gives me a bit of hope that they're actually gonna be making an Odyssey 2 for the Switch. Like, if they're gonna be making Breath of the Wild 2, they're pretty much gonna make an Odyssey 2, pretty much.
Okay, I'm gonna say a very controversial opinion. I
Okay.
didn't like Breath of the Wild.
All right, I never played the
I
game.
played it with one of my friends, and it was decent. It was not bad.
I didn't like it.
All right, so
I didn't like it.
Disclaimer: we do not hate the games. Please, Breath of the Wild fanboys, don't go hating on us,
nuts,
and
go nuts all over us.
don't go to our houses and just beat us up.
All right, so
We don't hate it.
we have
Yeah, say something shitty,
all right, so we
block
have
you.
3 games left, and the first one is gonna be The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. What do you guys think about that?
The controls on the Wii were a bit wonky. I'm waiting to see how they can improve on this
Hopefully they do something good.
because
I mean,
it looks just like the same game just ported.
No,
It's probably because it's
the
debugged.
graphics don't look good,
So
to be honest.
yeah.
Listen.
No, it's
I
a
saw
Wii
the trailer.
it's a Wii game.
I thought it was really good, and like the bow and arrow first person thing, I think it was cool, and I disagree with you guys. It's gonna be great.
I never played the game, bro. I mean, I only said that the graphics look bad, but I don't know about anything else. But I might give it a shot. I don't
Alright.
know.
For those who are gonna give it a shot, the game releases on July 16, 2021, but you can pre-order now. And then we have not a game. That was a mistake on my part. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword themed Joy-Cons that released on July 16th, 2021. And now we're gonna go to the last game of this episode of the podcast. The big announcement, which is
The big announcement.
Splatoon.
Big one.
Splatoon 3.
Wait,
What do you
Three.
guys think about that?
I think
Okay.
Splatoon
Splatoon 3.
Splatoon 3 was the first game I played on Switch.
Bruh.
Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2, sorry. Splatoon 2. It was the controls to me, like the
Really shit,
camera
yeah.
movement, you have to move with the Switch. If you had it turned, I'll say that was the default setting. You could change that, but I was like default setting, so I wasn't really that like enthralled, like focused. It was I didn't really. It didn't really appeal to me, and plus like the whole ink thing and the squids and the whole in that fandom, I didn't really enjoy that. So I kind of stayed away from the game from now. I've been thinking about replaying, like actually playing the game to give it a fair shot.
Alright. I'm sorry, but I played Splatoon 2. I think it was the third game I played on the Switch. The first one was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and the second one was a really terrible 1-2 Switch game. I don't care about that game anymore. But it was stupidly easy. I'm gonna be honest. It was easy. But I'm not gonna be saying that just because it's easy, it's bad. The game looks really good and the controls really good as well. I think it's worth it. I give it a shot.
That's cool. Jesse, do you have any review of what you're gonna do with Splatoon 3?
I
Do
mean,
you have any?
I played the first Splatoon and I definitely enjoyed it. So I think it's gonna be a good game since the last 2 entries were like so great, and it's basically the only competitive game Nintendo's keeping alive. So it's basically just COD for the Switch, and I think it's great. And I just hope that it's not bad. That didn't sound so well.
Alright, don't worry, man. Okay, so for those who want Splatoon 3, which is a very large amount of people, It's gonna release on 2022, and this is gonna be a wrap for the podcast episode. Thank you, RAT Comedy, Mercury, and Yesi for joining today's Media Buffet episode. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
We'll see you on the next one. The bigger topics are Pokemon Day and WandaVision.
All right.
Fuck, I'm not
So we hope.
That's a wrap. See
We
you
hope
guys.
to see you people listening to us.
This is the voice of the Media Buffet host. Hello listeners, my name is Piwi and welcome to this new episode of Media Buffet. Today I'm here joined by Mercury, Pancakes, and Exceed, and today we're going to discuss the PlayStation State of Play. How are you guys?
I am good, thank you.
I'm good.
I am also good.
Alright, that's cool, man. Alright, so as you all know, today was PlayStation State of Play, and it was streamed on YouTube, and we had a lot of fun. So, what do you guys think of it, like, in overall? Before we start going into the topics.
I'm going first, and it is, and just as always, PlayStation does not disappoint.
Hell no.
They've showed a lot of good games in this, and they're really showing off what the PS5 can do, such as maybe some upgrades to the PS2, PS4 games into the PS5. They keep blowing minds,
Yeah,
which is surprising.
they do. They keep going around on that 4K 60 FPS, which is absolutely great, and I encourage them to keep on advertising that because it's a really good accomplishment, and it's really
That is their main goal, to keep a consistent 60 FPS on every game they're gonna upgrade to the PS5, which is a good business model because that means higher quality games and better quality of the graphics and better quality of the game.
yeah, overall better gameplay, the best experience of a gameplay. All right.
And yet again, PlayStation hasn't disappointed, in my opinion. Without having any spoilers and not going into anything in the state of play, it didn't disappoint.
It does not. So, now we're gonna move on to the first topic, which is Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time on PS5.
While I'm not the biggest Crash Bandicoot fan, I've played the Insane Trilogy, which was all the first 3 games put into one.
Yeah.
And it was really hard, and I didn't get to pass it, but I really enjoyed it. So, and I was meaning to get this game, but I didn't because I thought, okay, I can spend my money on better things.
Yeah. So, are you planning on buying it? Okay.
So maybe, I don't know. I think I have a lot of games on my hands and a lot of games I want to get, and also have I'm also a pretty media based person. Like I go everywhere in the media, so I have a lot of things to keep up on. So maybe not, but you know, it's there.
Yeah, it's there. It's not a bad game, and once again they keep talking on the 4K 60 FPS on that game, which it looks absolutely great. So that's gonna be a good game there. What are you guys' opinion, Pancakes and Exceed?
Well, I'm not really a Crash Bandicoot fan. The games look good. I've never even played one before because I've been focused on other games. But
They're really hard. They're really hard.
I mean, you got experience, so I guess I should trust you on that.
Yeah, I got experience.
So, yeah, it looked pretty good, and yeah.
So yeah,
And not much.
here's my take on it. My opinion is very similar to Mercury's. I've actually never played any of the Crash games before. I haven't played any of the trilogy games nor the new 4th title. But I see it as a kind of a fun experience, but I don't see myself trying it out anytime soon because it's not my priority.
You two haven't played the first 3 games. Whenever you get a PS5, they're free to download with the PS Plus collection. Just for your information.
Okay,
On
good.
PS.
And on PS5, the fourth title comes out on March 12th.
Really feel the suck.
The highlight of that reveal. That okay, when me and Exceed were in the voice call with previous Meet Up Buffet attendee, RAT Comedy, we laughed at that. We heard it and we're like, that's comedic, that's comedic. That is the best joke that's ever been made, and it wasn't even the joke.
Comedy gold.
That's some good material. Yeah.
See, exactly.
The character was a crocodile, like kind of like King K. Rool, which makes sense. Because King K. Rool also has a sucking gun.
Yeah.
So now every time that I play King K. Rool in Super Smash Bros. And I do the sucking attack, I will say, "Feel the suck."
All right. So going on to the next topic, we got info on Returnal. What do you guys think on that?
Oh, basically, Dark Souls, Warframe combined, you get that game. It looks difficult. Love the space theme, and apparently there's a cool story in the game. It looks like it.
So
Yeah.
It's one of those games that I'm mostly excited
I'm actually
about.
looking at pictures here. Are these aliens or some kind?
Yeah, they are aliens. Okay. They're more like Lovecraftian aliens where they're kind of amorphous and you don't know what you're looking at. Okay, you're looking at it, but you don't know how to describe it, you know? They're kind of like that. And I share most of my opinion with Seed. It does look like a mix of, for me, God of War, Warframe, and Dark Souls. And I played all three of those games, so I should be really good at Returnal.
You're gonna enjoy it, I bet.
Returnal, I've never heard of it because apparently it's highly anticipated, but I watched the gameplay and the trailer and it seems decent.
Alright, yeah, I honestly...
Decent?
Okay, so...
Like, yeah, it's
What do you mean decent?
like, it's good, but there's better titles.
Yeah, I can totally agree. I'm not gonna say this is gonna be a decent game because just look at it, you know it's gonna be a good game.
Just look at the particle effects. That should
No, the graphics are great.
wild.
The graphics are great, but I mostly focus on the actual storylines.
And the gameplay is fun. It looks
the gameplay
fantastic. It looks so
really
fun.
good.
Yeah.
Alright, so Returnal releases on April 30th, 2021, but you can pre-order now, and it is a PS5 only game. Now, we're gonna go to info on Knockout City.
Okay, so we on the Nintendo Direct episode, we acknowledged Knockout City's existence, but we decided not to talk about it for a joke, or we just forgot about it. But now we have the opportunity to talk about Knockout City, and for me, the reveal of the reveal in this is better than the one in Nintendo Direct, because in Nintendo Direct it made it seem like a mobile game at first, like it looked like a Raid Shadow Legends type of game, like at the start before the gameplay actually started. But then like the gameplay is like that was shown didn't really catch me.
Like, yeah,
up until this reveal. This reveal made me like, yeah, this looks fun.
like, yeah,
Okay. So
I saw a Knockout City. Sorry, but I saw a Knockout City reveal in the Nintendo Direct, and yeah, I can agree because they made it seem like a mobile game. The only thing missing was this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna go with this. I saw the trailer. Honestly, the idea of throwing balls, I like.
And no, throwing your teammates.
You can throw.
Like, what?
Throwing your own teammates at your opponent.
This is the equivalent of the mother throwing the baby meme.
Have we ever seen a game of a person throwing a ball ever and hitting a person with a ball?
American football.
I mean,
Dodgeball.
yeah, but you can't hit the person with a ball. You can you can actually kill the person with a damn ball.
I mean, you can. It's called expulsion from the league.
I'm actually talking about the knockout city, not freaking football.
Yeah.
I know, but we're making a joke.
Yeah, let's get.
Anyways, Knockout City looks fun.
It does.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Direct review was, I said it was bad, but this one made it look fun, and it's been all the whistles that the game has.
That's what I can say.
It does. It really does. Nintendo Direct did it dirty.
All right, so.
Yeah.
Info on Knockout City releases on May 21st, 2021. The beta will be available soon, and it is a PS4 only game. Now we're gonna go to Saifu.
Saifu was really cool. I like Saifu. It looks like the beat 'em up games from like the arcades. And I really enjoy playing those games. I didn't play them on the arcade. I played it on my uncle's PS3. I played the X-Men beat 'em up, and like I said, I really enjoy beat 'em ups. So I might get this game.
So, you guys know. If you don't, I'm gonna tell you. I love Dragon Ball, and I love martial arts. I watch Bruce Lee, which I loved. Bruce Lee, and just seeing a martial arts game, honestly, I'm gonna have to cop this game because it looks amazing, and I love martial arts, so I'm going for this game. It's a cop for me.
Okay, for me, I like the game. It looks cool, but I don't think I would buy it. It doesn't catch my eye.
Not your type of game. Not your type of game.
It's not my type of game, yeah.
Not your
It's
tempo.
not my type of game.
Okay.
Okay, so as they say, best for last, because I am actually really hyped up for this game. This is a combination of the Spider-Man PS4 titles and martial arts, because when I saw it, truly, I saw this on 180p 60, and it was actually really cool. I love the graphics, and I love the gameplay, and it actually looks a bit realistic in terms of movement, and I love all of that, and the story seemed nice too.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a pretty nice game.
The thing that you said, that it looks pretty realistic in movements, I mean, yeah, it fixes. I mean, it looks really good, and
It really does. It really does. Also, talking about 1080p, I watched the state of play on Nintendo Switch. Just for a joke.
On Nintendo.
Yeah, you even showed
Might
it
as
to
well
me.
put it in toaster, my guy.
Just plug in an NES into the TV. Let's go watch the state of play.
Okay.
Alright, so I personally will be copying this game, and I'm gonna wait until it releases on 2021, and then it's gonna be PS5 and PS4 exclusive. Now we're gonna go into info on Solar Ash.
This game looks really cool. It reminds me of Journey and the Pathless, which are games very similar in art style and gameplay, and they're both. One of them is made by a company that was formed by the developers of Journey, that then later made their own company after Journey after the studio of Journey just didn't do anything. And they made their own company called Giant Squid, and then they partnered with Annapurna, which we've mentioned on the podcast before in the direct episode. And they made The Pathless, which is one of my favorite games of 2020.
So, what I saw from it, I actually liked. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is a fast-paced game. The way I could see her skate, she could.
Yeah, Annapurna makes fast-paced games. The Pathless, what you gotta do is shoot a bow, and you get boosted by these talisman, and then you go super fast. And
it kind of looks like Sonic.
It's all about movement, the game, and it seems like it's transferring here to Solar Ash.
I love fast-paced games, so I don't think this is gonna be a cop, but it certainly does look cool for me.
It's on your list.
It might be.
Yeah.
Alright, go on.
Okay, so yeah, it was actually for me. It was actually also it reminded me of two titles. Strangely enough, because of the of the dressing, it reminded me of Hollow Knight, like the game, and it also reminded me a bit of this mobile game, which is arguably a really good mobile game, not of the clickbait genre. It's a game called Alto's Odyssey. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it at some point, but yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
It's basically a Middle Eastern boy skating around the sand.
Oh wait, is Alto's Odyssey like the one with the skull, like the kid with a skull as a helmet, or no?
I don't know about that. I know it's about a kid who skates through the desert on a snowboard or sandboard in this case.
Okay. I have this game from the childhood that's just this kind of kid with a skull as a helmet, and he's running around like courses and obstacles.
Yeah, no, I don't know that much about it, but yeah, this actually seems like those type of people that might call this game aesthetic. It actually feels like an actually kind of aesthetic game, and yeah, it's just a game honorable to be mentioned.
If I get Solar Ash, I cannot wait to beat that dragon. I want to eat. I want to beat his ass.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Alright, so that game releases on 2021 and it is exclusive for PS5 and PS4. And now we're gonna move on to the personal favorite of mine of this event. We're gonna go on info of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right.
Nice.
You all know what FNAF is. FNAF was the world phenomenon in 2014-2015. It was everywhere. It was in our schools, in our YouTube pages. It's everywhere.
Yeah,
it was really big.
It's merchandise.
We all know about Chica, Bonnie, Freddy, Foxy. Golden Fred. We all know about those characters. This new game takes away Bonnie and Foxy.
Yeah. It's actually second in line to like best earning, like most successful, next to Disney, to be honest.
All right, so
and this game looks really cool. Like I like how they're using the PS5 hardware to make it. It just looks a lot of fun, and then making the kind of like the mall look lively, and the animatronics sweeping around you.
Yes, okay, so I love the idea. It's not obviously it's not an open world game, but you can like move all around the damn place, and I am all in for that. I just love that, and you can see you can see in the gameplay that the animatronics come to you, and it was like, oh shit, this is gonna be creepy, but it's gonna be fun. So this is a cop for me, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, for me too. I love the fact that instead of like sitting down on the same spot all the time, you finally get to move around the place.
Yeah, and it's not
around a full-fledged theme park.
Yes.
It's a full-fledged theme park.
It's a mall, but it's a mall, which makes it worse.
Yeah, and it's actually a better. It's actually an upgrade from the actual linear structure moving around in sister location. Now, I wanted to make like. I've actually been on the actual speculation side of the game series, like actual theorizing. You know, Matthew Patrick. Yeah.
So you basically just listened to game theory all this time.
So yeah, basically, but other YouTubers. Yeah, I'm gonna make a small analysis of this trailer for 1 second, and as we see first, we get So if small thing, if you want, you can edit this out, but I'm gonna make a small analysis, and I'm gonna be really fast, and I promise this. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know anything about FNAF's storyline, I suggest you check Game Theory out after hearing about this, because if not, you won't get you gonna get anything about this at all. So the trailer starts zooming in onto Vanessa's bunny mask, Afton's offspring in terms of killing. And then we see a clip of her running in a hallway, like in a skipping motion. And the first interesting thing, we actually see like a clip of the mall itself. But before that, we actually see like a front view of what is seemingly either an NPC or your own character, because it is a security guard right next to a bubbly pillar, which is typically used for decoration. So after this, we see a seal and the shadow of Vanessa walking around with the caption, "When fear takes hold." The first bit here, I don't know any of the names of the animatronics because I think some of them originate from the FNAF AR game, but we have a fox in
No, they don't. I played a FNAF AR game. They don't.
So we have a fox animatronic. We have a crocodile animatronic, which I've actually heard of before. It's called Monty Croc, I think. And before that, it says, "And reality fails." Then it says, "The stage is set," with a similar character to Funtime Chica, but I do not think this is Funtime Chica because of design.
No, they said what they're called. They're called the Glam Rock animatronics.
Yes, Glam Rock. And then the final caption, "And insanity prevails." Then you get a view of all four, and we get a blonde boy's view of many static TV screens, and this is apparently the character, Gregory. We see a small forest section with Monty Croc as the main focus, and a female guard walking around, and then a first-person view of a person walking around some tunnels made of rock, and then a kids' play area. Then around the mall, which is actually interesting, because we see that the supposed Funtime Chica is in a separate location called Chica's Kitchen. This is most likely going to be the case for all other animatronics, but yeah, we actually get to see our first view of the mall. And it's actually pretty nice. This reminds me of the 80s mall from Stranger Things.
And I'm gonna get roasted for this, but I never watched Stranger Things, so I
Yeah, okay. No, for Stranger Things, I watched the first episode. I tried to watch the second one, and I just gave up. Also, I confess something during I was my mom and my sister are big on Stranger Things, and they say, "Hey, want to watch an episode?" I fell asleep instantly.
Yeah.
Nice. Anyways, I'm going to continue. After this, you fall into a ball pit, in which apparently you can swim around, and then you see a first-person view of you seemingly being followed or trying to be found by the supposed Funtime Chica animatronic. Fun fact, this may actually be, aside from Pizzeria Simulator, the first ever experience we get in the kitchen of any of the establishments. And then we get...
Yeah, because in the first game, the kitchen camera was cut off.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you only had
And then we
audio.
get points of views of the kids' play areas. And after this, when you look behind you, you see the fox animatronic running towards you, like trying to grab you. And then we see a clip of the character using a smartwatch that has the cameras on it. This is an interesting mechanic because instead of looking at a monitor, you'll be looking at the smartwatch. This also has an icon that is supposedly a battery for the flashlight, an animatronic percentage of the battery, I think. I don't know what the red triangle means, nor the tickets, but I guess we'll see that later. There's also map tabs, inventory tabs, and log tabs. This is actually interesting because you would be able to have an inventory in the game. Be able to pull out items from God knows where. After this, kids play area again with, it only is visible for a split second, but yeah, it's actually what appears to be a separate animatronic. Monty Croc breaking through some bars, the same with the Fox animatronic and the Funtime Chica, and actually a sun animatronic, maybe? A sun gesture animatronic in the kids' play area. I've actually never seen this one before. Then we get a go-kart, like the view of a go-kart establishment in the mall, and it ends with Vanessa creeping towards, looking creepily towards you from behind the wall, and the logo. Now, there's one last thing I need one to mention, and that is the purple claw that appears after the security breach logo. Now, this could be many things. This could be one of the Aftons, either Michael or William. I'm not sure, since this takes place after all the games and Help Wanted. So yeah. And then this could be many things. This could mean Springtrap or Scraptrap. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's Scraptrap. And this could also mean like an embodiment of one of the Aftons because purple. Or it could also be a neon light reflecting on the actual thing. For those of you who have read the Fazbear Frights novels, this could also be the Stitch Wraith, which is basically an Ennard, but made in China. So yeah. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I think that claw will be the Stitch Wraith for one of the Aftons.
Right.
Nothing else. And we fun.
I think we talked about FNAF for way too long.
Still,
yeah.
That was a great analysis.
We're really hyped.
So that was amazing. But yeah, we've talked a lot about FNAF. So let's move on.
Yeah, let's just move on.
I see we're big fans of FNAF. So, well, he's a big fan.
Yes.
And we were kind of into it when we were little.
Yeah, no, and that was part of my blunder years, but I just have that knowledge in my head.
So let's move on. I'm gonna be copying in 2021. This game releases, and it's gonna be a PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 exclusive. Now we're gonna go on info on Oddworld Soulstorm.
Franklin the Turtle the game.
Soulstorm. Yeah. Oddworld Soulstorm was first revealed a year ago, or almost a year ago, in the PS5 showcase when they first revealed the console. And I have never heard of the Oddworld franchise. I thought it was something new. Or I don't know what I thought. I'm pretty sure, it's a new installment of an old franchise I never heard of. But it doesn't look like a game for me. I know there are people, and it's a platformer and all that, but platformers aren't my type of thing. At least not 2D platformers.
I'm not interested at all in this game. I don't know if it's the funny looking goblin or whatever it is. It looks terrible. So just for that reason, I'm not gonna be copying this game, and I'm not even interested on looking at that weird dumb bit.
I'm not interested.
I'm a bit of 50-50 in this game because the graphics are great and the character design looks great, but the storyline, I'm also not a big fan of 2D platformers. But then again, Franklin turtled the game, so yeah, I really don't. It's 50-50. It's not of my interest, but the graphics look great.
So, for those who actually want the game releases on April 6, 2021. A PS5 and PlayStation 4 exclusive, but PlayStation Plus members get it free in April. So that's good. Now we're gonna move on to info on Kena, Rich of Spirits.
The kid-friendly God of War.
Yes, that was. I think it was also revealed in the PS5 showcase, or it was revealed the state of play afterwards, which then showcased a bunch of other games that would come out. Which also the Path was one of those games, so that's where I said, okay, I'm gonna get this game. But for Kena, not really. All I can say about Kena is that the game looks amazing. It looks like a Pixar film brought to game, and the gameplay just looks like an actual film, and it's wild.
I'm actually looking at pictures.
It blew my mind when I saw it.
It really does look amazing. Those graphics look amazing. I don't know about the storyline or the gameplay, but hey, this looks great. At least the pictures look great.
looks like a Pixar movie.
That's what I said. It looks like a Pixar movie brought to game.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am actually a bit skeptical about this game because the game is great. The graphics are amazing. They actually look just a tad bit under the FPS of the human eye, but yeah, it's amazing. And the storyline, it seems great, but I actually have to draw some comparisons to two pieces of media. The first one being Rava and the Last Dragon, or whatever it's called, because because of two things: spirits and wardrobe. Because both this game and the Last Dragon movie draw these elements from the anime, the anime, not anime, not shore series, Legend of Korra, which is in turn a sequel to the Last Airbender series. And yeah, I think it draws some elements from the series because of connection to spirits and a bit of the wardrobe. But yeah, it actually seems like a great game with its magnificent graphics. These are the best game graphics I've seen in a long time. And yeah, it's a game of interest.
Yes, I totally agree. You said it's under the FPS of a human eye. Well, little do you know that the FPS of the human eye is between 30 and 60, so I don't think you meant that. Unless you mean like 60.
Wait, so now games are getting higher
okay,
FPS
so I'm gonna
eyes?
explain this. I don't... Okay. We can process between 30 and 60 frames per second. Now, I don't really know how this works. I haven't studied it yet, but I'm pretty sure we can actually see the frames increase. No matter the increase, we can actually see it, but the actual movement of our eye and just watching is 60. But I don't know how this works. I'm gonna study this because it's really interesting.
Any biologist listen to this right now?
Yeah.
You're probably cringing, or you're not correct.
Alright,
us.
so
Either way, please.
this is actually a very interesting topic, but I'm pretty sure you can just see it, but move around your eye is, I think, 30 and 60.
Okay.
Alright.
Any biologist, feel free to correct
Don't
me.
on us.
So, Kingdom Bridge of Spirits releases on August 24th, 2021, but you can pre-order now, and it's a PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 exclusive. Now, we're gonna go to the info of Deathloop.
Deathloop is one of those games that was also revealed at the PS5 showcase, I'm pretty sure. And it didn't catch my eye. It's a shooter game, of course, but it's not a game. Okay, it's not like the idea isn't cool. It is cool. You get to go into you're an assassin and you get some of these people, but there's another assassin coming after you. And if you die, you have to go back. So you keep trial and error so you don't get killed. That seems cool. The game's execution just catch me.
I actually think that the idea of the game is spectacular, but as you said, the execution, I don't think it's the right moment.
I love FPS games. They're one of my favorite types of games, but it also didn't catch my eye. The trailer, it looked cool. It looked cool. It looked very creative.
Yeah, and it also didn't catch my eye, but it also seems like a very nice game to check out. I actually thought this was Cyberpunk DLC, but apparently it isn't.
No, Cyberpunk will never get DLC.
Yeah.
Until they fix it, no. And that's our controversial take on Cyberpunk. We're gonna get so much hate for this or so much love. We don't know.
Okay. Instead of running on a toaster, it's gonna run on a toaster with a display.
It's gonna run on a toaster with a Cyberpunk logo on it.
No, Cyberpunk logo on it and one button.
So, alright. Deathloop releases on May 21st, 2021, but you can pre-order now, and then it's a PS5 only. Now.
Yes, May 21st is also my favorite
So now
day.
we're gonna go to Final Fantasy VII, the remake integrated.
Let me talk about yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so
talk on this.
As you all know, well, not the fans, you guys. I bought Final Fantasy VII Remake. I absolutely loved it. It was one of the greatest games I've ever played throughout my life. Excellent gameplay, excellent animation, excellent story, just excellent everything. and now we're getting an add-on. And I was really excited when I first saw it.
I actually the graphics of this was actually similar to the I forgot its name, the 2007 movie, the Advent Children movie, and yeah, it just I did not believe this was a game at first. It's just wow. After the Kina game, the Spirits game, this game actually had like the best graphics out of all the presentation, and it was pretty nice. Yeah, I am not a fan of Final Fantasy, and basically everything I know is Cloud and Sephiroth from Smash. But yeah, it's actually.
I'm on the same boat as Pancakes. The only like exposure I've had to Final Fantasy is from Cloud and Sephiroth in Smash. Even though like after Cloud came out, like before Sephiroth came out, I did some research on Final Fantasy, and I actually played the demo for the Final Fantasy 7 remake demo, and I found it really fun. And I streamed the demo when a few months ago.
So that's the remake integrated, and it releases on June 10th, 2021. It is a PS5 only. And now we're gonna go to our last of our list, and it's gonna be Final Fantasy VII Remake on PS5. Yeah,
I think most of the opinions carry over.
But just to add a little bit of spice into it. Exceed. What are your final thoughts on Final Fantasy VII?
I believe that it looks more realistic, a bit more realistic than in PS4. Better lighting, better fog effects, better graphics, better animation. And it's probably more expensive to make that stuff, to be honest. Is it? Okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, it honestly deserves to be carried. It deserves to get drafted to the PS5. To be honest.
Honestly, you get it better because you can just get it for free because you have the PS4 version. You still have to pay for the expansion, but you can just get it for free, and all of us have to pay for it if we don't have Final Fantasy. Anyways, what I said about Final Fantasy VII is that it all carries over to here. I played the demo, really enjoyed it.
Get this game. So we have two people who will cop. Do we have one more?
I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of the Final Fantasy games, but if I'm done with everything else, like when I get the PS5 and I play through all the favorites, I may get the game, but I'm not sure.
Alright, that's fair. So now we're gonna move on to the final results of this event. What do you guys think of it? Were you satisfied with it or were you not?
It was amazing.
I think again from the beginning,
PlayStation does
not disappoint.
They don't disappoint. It's just the community, but yeah.
They don't disappoint. They've always every time they've done one of these, they've knocked it out of the park. There's always that one. There's always that one thing you don't expect. And if you do expect it, they still blow your mind.
Does not disappoint. I'm gonna keep enjoying it.
Right now, the PS5 is just taking all the crowns.
Correct, Mark.
We still have to see what Xbox is in store because they might do an Xbox showcase later this year, and we'll make an episode on that when that happens. But right now, the PS5 is currently in the lead thanks to everything Sony and PlayStation has done to make this a great console, and still caring about the PS4.
No, they have not. I mean, they
haven't given up on the PS4 yet.
Not many people can get their hands on the PS5 as in right now because it's not available on many of the retail stores. But as soon as that's going to be available, the PS5, people are going to start to buy it, and the PS4, as any other console, is going to drift slowly, but they're still keeping it, and they're going to keep it maintenance. All right.
I'm going to cry with my PS5.
You're just gonna arrive in mail, and you're just gonna kneel down. You're gonna go in.
I made it.
Air,
I made it. I got the
cry.
PS5.
That's literally me.
But once again, PlayStation does not disappoint. I just love it.
So yeah, we should actually say like our favorites
I'm gonna go
of
first.
the presentation.
I'm gonna say my two favorites, and as you know my reactions, I'm gonna go first with Sifu, which
one of them's gonna be the FNAF
since
one.
I have two, I got Sifu obviously because Dragon Ball and martial arts, and then you have FNAF. Those are my two favorites of the whole event.
My two favorites are Returnal and well, that's pretty much it. But if I had to go, probably Solar Ash.
Okay, so my favorite ones, I actually have three: Returnal, FNAF, and Final Fantasy.
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
Okay.
So this was the end.
Okay, so yeah. Yeah, I also have some favorites. Mainly one title, but I'm gonna say two, just because. So yeah, my first favorite title was absolutely Sifu, because again, the graphics and the realism, it was amazing. Sifu, it was amazing. This is not a repeat, it was actually amazing. And I'm not sure what the second one be, not FNAF, because I left that behind only when it gets mentioned. But yeah.
And you're gonna be repeating with Piwi. You don't want that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's in between Soulstorm, Franklin Turtle the game, or what's this other one again? The one about the skating, the aesthetic one.
Solar Ash.
Yeah, Solar Ash. It also looks decent because Kenna or Kara,
Kinda.
not that.
Yeah.
Not.
Kinda looks good. Kinda looks good.
Yeah, it looks good, but not that interested about them. But then again, Franklin Turtle game is a 2D platformer, so I'm gonna go with Kenna as my second
That's
favorite.
fair. That's really fair.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, because
Yeah. All right.
Legend of Korra.
So we're gonna wrap it up. This was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. I hope you listeners enjoyed it. Do we enjoy the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do this for fun.
Yeah, it
We
was like-
making it-
absolutely love making episodes. We're gonna lots more stuff will come. A lot more stuff. So be tuned for that. And you guys have any?
The next episode is coverage on the Zelda 35th anniversary. Then
So
Nintendo didn't
we're
fucking
gonna
do.
wrap.
Yeah, the next episode,
This episode
the
will
Zelda
be
35th.
Yeah.
35th anniversary. So we're gonna wrap it up. See you guys in the next one, and see you.
Hello, listeners. I am Piwi, and I'm the host of Media Buffet. I will be absent for today's episode, but that does not mean that this episode will not be fun. I will just be absent for this episode due to personal reasons. Hope you guys have fun.
This is the voice of the co-host of Media Buffet. Hello, listeners. My name is Mercury, and welcome to a new episode of Media Buffet. I'm here joined by Exceed and RAT Comedy. How are you?
Good.
I'm good right now, and I'm excited for this episode.
Okay, today's topic is Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary, which is a thing that Nintendo didn't do. And as you can probably tell, Piwi isn't with us, and I am taking his place as host, pretty much. We'll be starting with our opinions on the franchise and our experiences. First of our experiences, Exceed, your experience with the Legend of the franchise.
I gotta say, I love the franchise. It's amazing. When I first played my first Zelda game, which was Breath of the Wild, I absolutely loved it. When I first started playing, I died a lot, but then as I kept completing shrines and getting hearts, I managed to just put myself together and eventually beat the game. And yeah.
Okay, so RAT Comedy, your experiences with Legend of Zelda?
Alright, I have played Zelda game on the Wii U, and I remember enjoying it a lot, playing it a lot, and I never got Breath of the Wild, but I saw footage of it on YouTube and other sources, and I enjoyed it a lot because the game looks beautiful, and I heard that it's quite hard, but it becomes easy, I think, and it's basically really good, according to what people said. Hope I can get it soon.
So, I am the one here with the most Zelda experience. And I first started with looking at gameplay of Skyward Sword, which was kind of like my introduction into Zelda, even though I didn't play it. The first game of Zelda I truly played was Link Between Worlds. And I loved the game. And then I went on to play the remakes of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Also love those games. Then I went on to also play the Wind Waker remake and Twilight Princess remake or remaster. Then I went on to play Breath of the Wild, and Breath of the Wild will be touched on. My thoughts on Breath of the Wild will be touched on later. But yeah, and Link's Awakening didn't buy. It's just the aesthetic doesn't look appealing to me. And I've played a lot of Zelda games. I really enjoyed Hyrule Warriors and that type of genre. I just loved it. It's my favorite Zelda game of all time, pretty much. Even though it's a spin-off and it's unfitted to any of the timelines. So yeah, that's my experience, and now we're moving on to the thoughts on the franchise, starting with Seed.
The franchise it has a bright future. It really has a bright future. I've also played a lot of Zelda games, such as the first one, the second one. I played A Link to the Past. I've bought the remake of Link's Awakening, never finished it. I might do. And played Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I'm also trying to finish that game. So the only game I've actually finished was Breath of the Wild. And every single one of them I've enjoyed. I've really enjoyed them. They're all fun and amazing.
Okay, so RAT Comedy, your thoughts on the franchise as a whole.
Okay, so when Breath of the Wild released, I thought that the Zelda popularity will be really high, and of course it was. And for now, it kind of looks like Zelda could probably overtake every other Nintendo game in terms of popularity, and might even become the mascot of the company. And yeah, so far it's looking really good for Zelda.
Okay,
yeah, watch out, man.
Yeah, I love the franchise. I grew up with it, with many other as well as other Nintendo games. There's Mario, especially Mario. I legit just cannot wait until what they come up with next. Speaking of what they come up with next, we'll be talking about our expectations of the franchise, starting with Exceed.
Like I said, it has a bright future. I have very high hopes for it. They did mention, I remember that they're making a sequel for Breath of the Wild. I'm excited to see that game and play it, because I just absolutely loved Breath of the Wild. It is Game of the Year for a reason. 2017 Game of the Year. And just overall incredible.
Okay, so RAT Comedy, your expectations for the franchise.
Okay, with Breath of the Wild being a massive hit, Breath of the Wild 2 will probably be quite the same as the first. It will be probably as great as the first, and probably with many more features to come, and it might probably win Game of the Year, very likely, in the Game Awards 2022. Wait, is the game coming out in 2022?
We don't know when it's coming out.
I mean,
all we know
we
about
got very
Breath of the Wild 2
information.
is that we're getting news this year about it.
Yeah, so probably by around 2022, it should be winning the Game of the Year award again. And with what I've seen with Breath of the Wild, I think it might deserve it.
Okay, so now we were talking about what Nintendo did to celebrate Zelda's 35th anniversary, which was pretty much nothing. And that is that they just said, you know what? Let's remaster Skyward Sword and give out these Joy-Cons. It's just why? Why did they do that? And do you share like my opinion of like they kind of like disgraced this franchise just doing that for the anniversary?
I mean, what do they normally do? I have no information.
Okay, so for the Mario 35th, they did Mario 35. They released the 3 games, Sunshine,
Galaxy and 64
in one package, and they're doing crossovers with Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah, and Mario Kart Home Circuit.
Yeah, I know, and they just celebrated Mario so much, and Zelda is a really big.
I mean, it's the mascot of the franchise and the company, so of course you might see big.
Zelda is a really big franchise too, and I really think that they kind of disgraced the franchise just doing this, just a Skyward Sword remake or remaster or whatever, and some Joy-Cons.
It's a remaster.
Yeah, especially with the other remakes that they've done. Like, how many games have been remade or remastered?
A ton, really. And they could have done is bring Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword as one package and put it on the Switch.
Yeah.
And then like 3D All-Stars?
Yeah, like 3D All-Stars. But I don't know if you guys share the opinion of like the disgrace the franchise with like just doing.
No. I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Should have done a lot more, honestly. Like probably given it a few more features in the eShop. Like if you go to the Nintendo eShop, it has been decorated with Mario stuff to celebrate the Mario 35th anniversary. They should do that with Zelda.
And like, what they should have also done is added more Zelda games to like the SNES collection or like I just add them to the eShop so you can buy them. They just should have done a lot more that they didn't do, which is sad because, as I said, Zelda's a great franchise, and the only thing to celebrate is Skyward Sword, some Joy-Cons, and the Hyrule Warriors DLC. Okay. Which it's just kind of saddening at that point. So, well, the franchise, it has its flaws, and we'll be touching on one later, but right now we're gonna touch on the timeline. And the timeline is so messed up, and I'll explain how because you two do not know how the timeline goes and what's so messed up about the timeline. So I'm gonna explain to you the timeline. So today said that the first one is Skyward Sword, and it goes pretty linear. And there's some games like Ocarina of Time and Minish Cap and Four Swords that all take place before the split, the great split of timelines. And the first split is in Ocarina of Time where Link is successful and is transferred back, becomes a child again using the Ocarina of Time, and then later warns Zelda about Ganondorf, and then they stop Ganon before Ganondorf could do any of the harm he did in Ocarina. Then there's the adult timeline, which is where Link did the same, but instead, when Ganon came back, he didn't appear. And then there's the Fallen Hero timeline, where Ganon kills Link. So the adult and child are pretty linear. That they're what Twilight Princess, Majora's Mask, and in adult it's the Wind Waker timeline pretty much. But in Fallen Hero, it's a lot more complicated because that's the timeline that the earlier games take place in. The first one is a link to the past. Then they first said that Link's Awakening came first to Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons. But then they changed it to Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages to take place first, and then Link's Awakening. So at that point, they pretty much say, yeah, we don't know what the timeline is. which is surprising that you don't even know your own timeline. And then, this may surprise you, but the first 2 games are the last 2 games of the Fallen Hero timeline.
What?
Yeah, the first of the game is the penultimate game of the Fallen Hero timeline, and the second game is the ultimate, the final one.
You say second to last.
Yeah, second to last. Okay. And then Breath of the Wild came along, and Breath of the Wild just fucked it up.
Good job.
Because Breath of the Wild took elements from every timeline, and then put them into one game, and then Nintendo said it takes place in every timeline, and it's just like, what? How? Because when the timelines end, it makes no sense. Because that means it just becomes really confusing, and at that point, it shows that Nintendo doesn't know what to do with the timeline, which is honestly saddening. Because if you're gonna make a timeline, at least do something with it, you know. But speaking of Breath of the Wild, you know how I said we're gonna touch upon Breath of the Wild for later. Let's rant about Breath of the Wild for the next 15 minutes. So, well, since Breath of the Wild is is the biggest game of Zelda, well, your thoughts on Breath of the Wild, like you two both.
Among all the games of Zelda I played, that was my favorite one, to be honest.
Okay, and you, RAT Comedy? You just talk clips of it.
I never played Breath of the Wild, but the Wii U game was definitely the one I enjoyed the most so far.
Okay, so I've already mentioned this in the direct episode, but I don't like Breath of the Wild. And there is a reason for me not liking Breath of the Wild, and it's mainly because I think that the game has too much to do. It's kind of an empty world, because Breath of the Wild is just kind of like a few cities here and there, and some villages, and a lot of stables, and and then after that it's just open barrenness, and like a few enemies here and there, and
it's empty.
And then and then try to fill with all this lore that doesn't do anything until Breath of the Wild 2. So why you split it there? And then the Korok seeds. What's the point of the Korok seeds? Why add 900 if all you need to max out it's 600? The amount you need to max out everything is it's around 600. So why at 900? What, to collect some poop? To get the guy's poop? Who would do that?
You're kind of killing my opinion on Breath of the Wild, to be honest.
And then the side quest. Okay, what I think is that if you're gonna make an open world game, put in a leveling system. I know that sounds really weird to put, but put a leveling system, because then there's no point of doing side quests.
Yeah.
And and do a skill tree. Maybe Breath of the Wild 2 will have all these things and realize these other open world games are doing this, and they're really well received, like Horizon Zero Dawn. So we should really implement that. But so you have some kind of progression instead of you being the same from when you start to when you end, and then you have better weapons.
Okay.
And it's honest, and also I don't find it a critique, but I just find it really funny. You can go up to Ganon when you get the paraglider, and you can just beat him with a mop.
Just fight with a stick.
Yeah, you find it with a stick. You find a mop, and you just beat him with a mop. Fuck the Master Swords. Just grab with the Master Mop. Hit him with the Master Mop, and he'll die eventually.
Yeah.
and make it the Ball of Light and just annihilate him. Also, why the fuck do you not keep the Ball of Light? Also, why the fuck is there no post game?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Like, I understand you don't want to generate a whole world that people like, oh, okay, Ganon's gone now. Like, come on, please. Not a post game. That's all I ask. I think I'm maybe joke. Why the fuck is there no post game? Where's the post game?
I mean, it would make sense to like keep Ganon there just in case we want to fight him again.
Yeah, like some kind of like malice, like maybe like an illusion or something from leftover malice, and maybe that could work.
Yeah, that could have worked.
And like in Divine Beast, if you approach them after you began, you can just refight the Blights. But who would refight Thunder Blight?
Please, I don't want to be reminded.
Imagine you get like imagine that you could do that and you get upgrades for like the champions, whatever the hell they're called.
Yeah, champions.
The Graces or whatever. And we can get upgrades to that. So I think it makes more sense. It makes like sense that we find them. And the side quests, like in normal open world games, side quests give you like good stuff. And this one, here you go, a carrot. And there's so many side quests. Of course, like okay, these characters in their growth and all this stuff, but it's kind of like that. And I'm not saying like to me that's why Breath of the Wild is not my favorite Zelda game. You could say it's your favorite. I don't really care. I can see why. It is. It looks pretty. It's fun to play. But like, these are my main critiques of the game, and that's why it's not one of my favorites. And just like nothing I would really play.
Like, what is your favorite Zelda game?
Hyrule Warriors, even though it's not a mainline series game, fuck it, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
And I hope that Breath of the Wild 2 is better, and I hope that you can play a Zelda, maybe like a Sheik Zelda.
Yes.
That would be cool. Maybe like not co-op, but you can just keep switching characters.
The co-op would be nice though.
Co-op would be nice, but like imagine co-op with Breath of the Wild mechanics. Yeah, that doesn't sound. That doesn't sound too fun now, does it?
Yeah, maybe.
So they could make it work, but then again, there are some problems with it. Like, imagine, will you make it dual screen? Will it be like wireless? But like, they should make a Sheik Zelda. It's like, I want Sheik to come back. Sheik has been in one game of Zelda. That might surprise you, but even though Sheik has been in multiple games, Sheik herself has been in one. Ocarina of Time.
That's sad.
And most people know her from Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Which might be like
when I first
like your main introduction to Zelda, which is Smash Bros. And Link and Ganondorf.
Now, when I first saw Sheik, it was in Super Smash Bros.
Same.
Yeah. It's just I sometimes main Sheik on Smash Bros. Just because I can. I don't care. But yeah, I think Breath of the Wild 2 should make some of the mistakes that Breath of the Wild 1 did. Like maybe tone down the you know what? Screw Korok seeds. Do not like Korok seeds. I don't care. If you get upgrades, you can just get them from you can just get pouches or something. From like side quests. And like just please add a leveling system. Please like make it so you actually accomplish something instead of getting like hearts and stamina. Please don't add stamina. Like okay, stamina was the thing that people hated from Skyward Sword. Why add it back? Like if I want to climb a mountain, I climb a mountain. Goddamn.
I always hated stamina.
Good point.
If your whole point is to traverse around the world, why add a stamina bar? I think you can increase it.
Yes.
That's what Skyward Sword didn't let you do. It didn't let you increase it. You can always replenish it, but you just couldn't increase it, which is trash. And that's why Skyward Sword is hated, along with the motion controls. Imagine if they added motion controls to Breath of the Wild. Holy shit! Now making a spin in that? Imagine like you spinning with the remote, and the Link just spins. Not like spins, like he just spin sword, whatever the whole the attack is called, and if he keeps spinning, he always keeps going. And you can actually just spin like a wheel, or like a Beyblade or something, and you annihilate opponents. And like the more you spin it, the faster he goes, and he deals more damage. That would be actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
They should really add that. You know, we're giving a lot of ideas. Hey, Nintendo, if you listen to us, even if you're not, we have ideas. Even though we're just stupid high schoolers, please take our ideas.
Yeah, whoever can contact Nintendo and give them these ideas, please do it.
They're good, they're fun, and other open worlds do it, and they kind of turn out better. Anyways, I think that's a wrap up because we have nothing else to talk about.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all in the next episode, which is the Pokemon 25th anniversary.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you all for listening.